Well, happy Tuesday. How is everybody doing tonight? Let's see. Oh, I can just, a few names flying by here. S.H. Mama Me, Wildberry, Crystal Creek Farm, Tinker's Wife, Crystal Creek, Geeky Gardens, Duncan 1900, Claybank. And I know that there's more. I saw Grizz in here earlier. Um, few people. We'll let a few more people get in here. Before we get started on anything, tonight is tonight. We're giving away the skillet. This is a skillet from Layman's. It's a wonderful skillet. It's my wife's favorite skillet. That's what it's called. My wife's favorite skillet. It is a cast iron skillet. It doesn't look like cast iron. Not your typical cast iron, but it is it's like nitrate treated or something, but it is cast iron. It is fully magnetic. It works on induction devices. It cooks like a dream. It's just a great skillet. It's all the advantages of cast iron without the weight. It's really what it boils down to, and it can be purchased at Layman's. And let me see here. If I type Layman's in the chat, I wonder what happens. Does Smudge recognize that? No, maybe not. Is Smudge even working? Yeah, he's there.
Damn dog laughs.
There it is. I typed it in plural. Layman is the term.
You did it wrong because it's Layman's.
What's that?
The actual name has an S on it.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to edit that.
That's right.
So, right there's a link for everybody that you can go use. And check out Layman's hardware store out of Kidron, Ohio. Just absolutely just chock full of all kinds of useful tools, stuff you're not going to find in your everyday hardware store. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Oh, we can talk about Thrive Life. That's another one. Thrive Life. For those of you that would like to have some a little bit extra sitting in your pantry that you don't have to worry about refrigeration, has a very, very long shelf life, up to 35 years in some cases, and is absolutely great food, good food. Check out Thrive Life. So we'll just type Thrive in the chat here, and I'm sure that, yep, Smudge will give you a link to that too. So the skillet is a product. Let me bring this up over here. The skillet is a product of this video right here, Best Breakfast Burrito. And that was a video that Sherry put together and utilized that skillet in the video, and plus gave you a little I don't know, instructional type thing on one of the ways we do what we call breakfast burritos. I know there's been some people say, "Oh, well, that's a taco." Well, I roll mine up, so to me that makes it a burrito.
Tacos are open.
Tacos are open, and I suppose you could eat it that way. And shoot, you don't even have to put it in one of those flour shells.
Joe wants a skillet and the breakfast burrito in it.
Oh, you want it full. I see. All right. So anyway, the reason I'm showing you that is you had to leave a comment in that video. You had to leave a comment at the end of that video, toward the end of that.
BC's comment. Jeez, he's not right.
I guess I didn't see it.
He said, I have to get a bottle of water. If you see me before I get back, please tell me to wait here for me.
Okay. And who is this?
Brad.
Brad, how you doing? Did someone say they loved VW Family Farm? How about that?
Ben even commented on it.
So yeah, we had, and I don't know how I missed this, but I found this little clip of Anthony sitting down and discussing world events with Ben outside the Cracker Barrel, and we just kind of wanted to share it because we thought it was pretty cute, and I mean, after all, even though they're all the way in Arkansas, we found our people.
That's them. That's Ben. He's right there. He's in here.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said.
Yeah. We had a blast with Anthony.
Well, he certainly enjoyed you, Ben. That's
He was enthralled with Ben.
yes, yeah. And I'm not.
He was smitten.
Yeah, you cast this spell
Yeah.
over him.
Yeah. Everyone else could have left as long as Ben was there. He could have cared less about anybody else.
So anyway, I'm kind of killing just a little bit of time because that video, the best breakfast burrito video, that's the one you had to have the comment at the end of it, and we'll give you an opportunity to kind of check that out. And I know you can't watch the whole thing, but it's what would you classify it? An easy breakfast to make?
Yeah.
I mean, it's real easy to do. It's I think it took longer to doing the filming than what it really takes to do it.
Yeah, because you can use leftover, like I said, leftover baked potatoes. You don't even have to use baked potatoes. It
Oh.
probably would have been easier with sausage because, you know, I fried up all that bacon. But it's nothing to it.
Yeah, well, in
Do you have my mic on? Can you hear me now, Ben?
I figured since the camera wasn't on, I forgot about the
Yeah,
microphone.
I understand. Oh yeah, with your big family, yes. Yeah, that would go, and especially if you wrap them up in a tortilla. Yeah, see, on Tuesday nights, because I'm not on the screen, he tends to forget to turn on the mic. I might as well just go back in the bedroom and watch Criminal Minds.
Oh, boy. Phil, thank you for your kind comments. Appreciate it.
Homestead Land, did you pick them for the secret code as they will come show us how to use the pan? You mean as far as VW Family Farm? Well, if you can get them to, get off the homestead. I think them coming to Ohio was a once-a-year thing. I don't know if they get off the homestead
Kiss
too
My
often.
Grass Acres ER room. What's going on here? Is everybody okay? Kiss My Grass Acres? Is there?
In the ER. Well, okay, what happened? Why are you in the ER? Hey, Carrie. Is this Mark talking? And no, I don't need to be on the screen. I'm on the screen on Monday nights. This is my night off.
Her night off. Something isn't right about that.
You're having problems breathing? Do you have asthma? They were yummy. I took some, I pushed the potatoes away, and I ate the rest of the stuff. But Kathy, the doctor took me off insulin today. So, that's a plus.
Yes, big plus.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was Mark.
So again, I want to
This
just
is just
remind you,
replacement for CB radio enthusiasts.
best breakfast burrito.
Oh, pleurisy. Oh, lordy.
This is a video that you need to leave your
Sweetie,
comment on.
have our love and thoughts and prayers.
So this is a video that's pretty close to what the thumbnail is out of that video. There's some 60 comments in here. And boy, just look at all these people that love VW Family Farm. I wonder why everybody's saying they love VW Family Farm.
They're just a popular place.
Look at that. We love VW Family Farm.
Now, see, Mark, if it was just Daryl and me, I'd be the one doing the typing. Yeah, I think it's pretty awesome, too. Now, if I could just get off, and I have to have blood work because she thinks I may be able to get off my cholesterol medication, too. Okay, we'll just give it to you, Carrie. We will see them tomorrow night, Ben. Thursday is Kaylee's birthday. So I am going to make some sloppy joes tomorrow and put them in the crock pot, and we're going to take them over to their house. I think I'll make her a little cake. I don't know what to make as a side, or maybe we'll stop and get some chips. I don't know. And we're going to bring our cameras and the tripods and try to do maybe a live stream from there tomorrow night.
You think?
I think so. Hey, Tigger! Phil, I don't know if I had a CB radio in my car before I met Daryl, but I don't know if Daryl was or not.
Yeah, Phil, I had. I used to play on the CB. Yeah.
But Daryl used to do all this sort of stuff when he was a teenager.
Had.
Oh, Linda, it is difficult.
I added some extra power to my CB.
Hey, Jen.
When you key the mic, the lights went dim.
Lordy, I can just imagine. When bands used to come to town, he would do their sound. He would also do the pyrotechnics. So, and he still likes to play with fire.
Yeah, if it sparks and explodes and produces heat, it's a lot of fun.
Scary, isn't it?
I wonder if it was Tigger.
Bouncing. You know, we have to come back out there, Tigger, and take another picture of you and me out front. I'll have to remember to wear that purple shirt. Or no, I wore the blue shirt that day, didn't I? A sale barn? Were you trying to sell a barn, Ben? Oh, just Tigger. Okay. My youngest son was a Pooh Bear fan.
Well, I've got a little thing planned here tonight for the Tech Tuesday. We had an email, and I don't see him in the chat here. They may be, but I don't see him.
Chicken lady?
That they asked a couple pretty basic questions on the editing, and we're gonna touch on those. We're gonna kind of go back to basics. Sometimes, when you've been doing it a long time, you forget about the real basic stuff as far as somebody just getting started. And that's very, very easy to overlook. So I'm going to try to make it a point that we revisit some of the basic concepts again, as far as just cutting out sections of video that you don't want, splicing it together, using transitions, just little things to make a video a little more presentable, or at least wise in your eyes, it makes it more presentable. So we're going to get into that here in just a little bit. When do you think we should do this drawing?
Grandmom D, did you not go into the video and make a comment yet? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, Ben.
This is the video. The video is...
Phil was showing the door. Did you notice?
Best Breakfast Burrito was the name of the video. And you had to leave a comment on that video. And I bet that comment had something to do with VW Family Farm.
Brenda or Jen, can one of you go over and grab the link for us and post it, please?
I guess I could do that.
Did you comment? She's Gone Country Farms. Did you comment on that video? Take care, Steph. Okay, then you're fine. You don't have to do anything more.
Oh, the problem is...
If you made the correct comment, you're fine.
Problem is I included the time in that one.
Well, Rich Green Acres, you notice the tortilla that Darryl uses, those 12-inch. It's as big as the glass lid for the pan. And he fills it up.
I want a fistful of food.
Jump off. Give me your pitch. Why we should make you a moderator? Oh, 100 pounds of white potatoes? Like, where am I supposed to get those? Yeah, mammoth burrito. You got that right. GFS, Robin.
That's the only place we've been able to find them.
Yeah. I have. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Sky. Well, right now we don't have a big crowd in here. Jump off. I appreciate you asking, but we're pretty good with mods right now.
But if we need you,
yeah, we'll take that into consideration.
Yeah, if we need you, we'll. And thank you very much for your offer. All right.
Jump off. You don't have any videos of your own. What gives? You gonna start making videos? Oh yeah, we assist on Roots and Refuge also. We assist on quite a few of them. Speaking of which, did you all hear that Big Bear Homestead reached their 15,000 subscribers tonight?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that they might jump over here, but he may still be live. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, Jim, bacon does make everything better, doesn't it? You're fine, Teresa. Do you have a cell phone? That's what most of this video was done with the cell phone.
Well, matter of fact, this entire video was done with 2 cell phones and a GoPro.
Is the wife of Nina in here? Oh, there she is. Hello, neighbor. I want to tell you that earlier today we stopped at the Keto Zone over here on Lexington Avenue. Well, that's fine. Jump off. I understand.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Jason's still alive is what they're saying.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I was just kind of hoping that they might jump in here before we give this away, but
Tigger's asking how you upload straight from your phone.
oh, I don't know.
How
Do people actually do that?
how do you do the PIP? I'm not quite sure your question, Wildberry Cottage. Yeah, I saw that. I haven't watched it yet, Nina, but I will be.
Oh, okay. Wildberry Cottage is asking, I want to know how you do the picture-in-picture.
Oh, okay, okay.
And this entire video that you're watching was edited with Power Director. And it started out from 3 video sources. The view that you're looking at right now of Sherry was taken with a GoPro. The overhead was taken with a with an iPhone. What number is mine? 6. Yeah,
I thought it was a 5.
with an iPhone 5 or 6. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so am I. Jump off.
And then the other view of Sherry from her right side was taken with a different iPhone, with her iPhone. I have the old iPhone. She has the new iPhone, and
Wow, it was new. A few years ago.
Well,
they're up to 10 something now.
oh, I don't even think they're giving them numbers anymore.
It's like an X.
Yeah, this one, that view right there, that was done with your phone. So, and then
Ooh,
combining
Brenda's
all those
making
together.
Soap. You making soap to bring to sell? Are you, Miss Brenda?
Sounds like she's cleaning up.
Jeez.
No?
Is it in a cauldron, a black cauldron over some open fire?
So the numbers are slowly creeping up here. Jump off. I'm also a mod on Country Girl too. I'm not sure who Country Girl is.
Dawn, you know who Country Girl is.
Do you know her?
I'm off screen. I can smack him. You won't know it. 112 years old. I hear you.
What's your most used pod for your camera? I'm not sure what you mean by most used pod. For that overhead shot that I do with my iPhone,
Tigger, I don't know what Sutton Days uses for her live streams.
I just have this stick coming out from the cupboards in the kitchen that is over top of the island,
Hey, April.
and have the phone shooting straight down on the island, or relatively straight down on the island.
Mimsy, here, you want my glasses? Claire, how you doing, sweetheart? Hey,
Oh, we
Teresa.
Got some crazy
Yeah.
crazy nice people in here tonight.
Yes, we do.
They probably need to be very careful. I'll just not say anything. All right.
Well, it is 8:27. We're up to 55. Let's go ahead and
think it's time?
Yeah, because we already used half of our time. Hey, Heather, how you doing, sweetheart?
Okay. So let me,
Big Bear's calling you.
Big Bear's calling me.
That's what he says. Right there he is. Mr. 15,000.
On Skype. Oh, I don't know if I have anything set up here, but let's.
Hey there, Angela. How you doing? Uh, what's in the pan, Oregon? I made breakfast burritos.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, and so can everybody else, I would think.
Okay.
I don't have.
Let me tell you
headset on.
something. Robin absolutely loves that pan that she won. Absolutely.
Congrats, Mr. Big Bear Homestead.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You should have been there a long time ago.
We got there when God wanted us to get there.
Yep, that's
and not
true.
a moment sooner.
That's
I think,
true.
I think he got there and came back. He did.
Couple of times.
He did an early visit a long time ago.
Yep. StreamYard. I haven't watched it, Tigger. I'll have to go back and see that.
StreamYard is a browser-based.
Well, she said that Lisa Sutton did something new on her live stream, so. Oh, you mean that red thing? The red thing is a splatter guard. Like, usually they're metal.
I had to turn the AC on, y'all. It's hot in here. I want to thank you, everybody, for the congratulations. So what are we talking about tonight, Daryl? We going to do two, buddy?
Well, I've got I have a request.
Okay.
Well, let's go ahead and do the
Yeah, I'm just there. I'm just seeing if I can get.
picking the winner.
All right, so let me.
And folks, oh, that's right. Andrea's birthday.
I think me and Daryl should sing happy birthday to her.
Is she there, Ben? Is she within earshot?
If Jason's singing, she doesn't even have to be within earshot.
Hey, you're singing with me.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't sing. I can do.
She
I can.
has a split screen where you can see who calls in.
Oh well, yeah. That's. I mean, we've been doing that for
Yeah,
years now.
Yeah, Daryl's been doing that. That's not. I mean, that's how Jason's up here. You can see Jason.
Well, you can't write at this moment.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. How? Oh, you can't ask her that. You can't. You're not supposed to ask.
No, not supposed to ask a woman that.
Happy. I can feel her look from where she's giving me that look like, don't you dare ask that question.
Right.
Oh, lordy, lordy.
All right. Well, let me get this. Let me get this comment thing done here, and then I'll somehow get you on the screen too, Jason.
Jason, she answered the big 4-0.
I know. Wow. I hit that 4 years ago.
God, I hit that yeah, a few years back.
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
Yeah, well, you're older than me. No, Carrie, I'm 21.
Squared.
Well, and
Or
Kaylee and
cubed,
Celia.
really. Cubed,
Kaylee and
really.
Celia says, Nana, you can't be 21 because Daddy's 32. I said, that's not my problem.
What are you doing?
Getting her shoes that she asked me to because I'm her favorite.
Hey, Homestead with the Huberts.
You move
You're
your
just
feet.
fine.
Hi, sir.
Yes. Stephen, long time no see. Where have you been hiding? Jason, she said that was awesome.
I would have kept going, but I got the giggles. I'm sorry.
All right.
Oh, we won't say how many years of experience.
How do you call the hogs again? I'll call the hogs whore. Sweet. How to get Robin out here? I don't know how to do it.
Oh, you got veggie deliveries. I didn't get any deliveries here. Yeah, once every, what is it, 4 years, 3 years? When's a leap year? 4 years?
4 years.
4 years.
Woo, pig sweet.
I hear you, April. I feel the pain.
All right. So I've got the I got the URL to the video up here,
Got the randomizer.
and that looks to be about right. We got 62 comments. So if we're ready, are you ready?
Ready?
Sure, why not?
All right. Here we
Yeah.
go. Now it has to have that they love VW Family Farm. Marie Scott. Marie Scott is the winner. We love VW Family Farm. Marie Scott. Is she by chance in the stream here tonight?
I haven't seen her. Tigger, did you pay for them or did you get them free at Sam's Club?
Okay. Well, we didn't say that they had to be here tonight.
Nope, we didn't. Just said that when we were doing it,
So
we will post it in the on the video, and hopefully they get with us.
Marie Scott,
Sometimes they don't.
you are the lucky winner.
Official winner of that wonderful skillet.
And let me go in and shut the comments off.
What in the world is that thing that they're making?
What, on the screen there?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an advertisement from that random picker site.
Oh. Ooh. I wonder if I could get the girls to wear that on their feet and just clean the floor as they're walking around the house. Because they drag their feet anyway. Like, oh, duh.
Those pretzels looked awesome.
Oh, they were so good. So good. Like, Ladessa has turned into like a sourdough Gordon Ramsay. She's in there and she's like swinging the pretzels around. She's like, whoa, whoosh, doing this flippy thing and bam,
Okay.
making them, and
Awesome.
you know, and now she's gonna be like, Robin's gonna talk her into making like hot dog buns, hamburger buns, waffles.
There you go. Yep.
Yep.
Very good.
And her and Miss Patty talk via Google Hangout, so there is no telling what Miss Patty's gonna get her making next.
Do you have any experience editing videos in TikTok, Daryl?
No.
Nope.
But that doesn't.
Goldchar Morgan's asking.
The name of the program is secondary because they all have a lot of similarities.
Correct.
I mean, there's a lot of things that are unique to each program, but if you can do one, you can more than likely.
Most of the thing that's really the major difference is just the keyboard shortcuts. Every one of them's gonna have a timeline. Everyone's gonna let you import the video, and then you get to cut it and snip it. And
Okay, so I've got up on the screen here now, I have Power Director with nothing into it. And the question that we received was, I want to do some cooking videos. And I'm paraphrasing this, I don't have it exactly. But I want to do some cooking videos, but I don't want to have people watch waiting for water to boil, things like that. In other words, I'm going to have 3 or 4 or 5 minute periods that I want to take out of the video. And so how do I do that? So it's very simple. Almost any of your basic editors, you can do this without much problem at all. So let me just import some file here.
Looks like Smudge is with Jason.
yeah, the way your subscribe icon is, it's almost like it's in my window, like he's sitting next to me.
Okay, gotcha. Oh yeah, I see that. Okay.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. He will be in 2 more
He's being
weeks.
on this side.
Yep. Yep. Other arm. There you go. Crystal Creek, you take care.
Sicko boy.
Okay, so what I have up here is some video footage that I've not done anything with yet. This is footage that we took while cutting the corn off the cobs and getting things ready to can. We had, what was it, 10 dozen ears of corn? Is that what we bought?
Well, we started with 10. Cassie took 10 home.
Oh, she took 10
corn,
ears?
10 ears home.
Okay, but we started out with 10 dozen
Yeah.
ears of corn. And the tool that you see up here, let me,
Bub.
Yo, what? Where did you get that tool? And does it work?
Yes.
that tool works fabulous.
Yeah. Yeah, Robin was sending me a message. She says, get this. And I says, I already have this. Oh, that'll work.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll just point this thing up here. It's a great tool. It kind of contains the corn. You just, of course, you husk it and drop your ear down into this tube and put the lid on and line up the cutter and just shove her right down. As you can see here, it just cuts
Where'd you
it
guys
off.
get that? Lehman's?
They have it at Lehman's,
I don't remember.
I don't know where
We've
we
had
got
for
it.
quite a few years.
but they have them at Lehman's. They have them at Amazon. You can even get it, at least wise, online through Wally World.
I'm not giving Wally World any more money.
Well,
Not after what they announced today.
What did they announce today?
oh well, they're changing all their policies on gun ammunition and so forth.
I guess I did see that.
So, anyway, this is it's a great tool for doing that. You drop this back in.
I love that tool. I'm gonna have to get that for Robin for Christmas or something. Maybe would that be an okay anniversary gift for 15 years?
Did you want to be married for another 15?
Yeah. But see, Robin is not the tip. See, this is my issue with my bride. I love her to death, but she's not a typical female. I'm not allowed to buy flowers. I'm not allowed to buy jewelry. And so birthdays, Christmas, and anniversaries, it is extremely hard for me because the typical stuff that you would think would make a woman happy, I think I honestly could get away with pulling this off as a gift.
Well,
I
I'll
think you
tell you,
could, too.
I have changed over the years because when our first Christmas together,
Oh, boy.
my husband got me a milkshake maker, a electric skillet, and something else for the kitchen for me to use in the kitchen.
You know, some nice
Appliance.
appliances.
I was not happy, and he knew it.
Like one year, I mean,
But
all
I
joking
have
aside,
changed.
one year I took Robin out to go shopping for her birthday, and she had me buy her a Dyson vacuum cleaner, so she can get whatever she wants, and that's what she wanted.
So anyway, the idea behind this, and as you can see, this is relatively long. You bring a video down into the timeline to work on it, and you make the decision as to where you would like to cut that video, take pieces out of it. Let me just get a rough idea of what we have here.
Now, what program are you using right now?
This is Power Director. So, and the reason I like this, Jason, is this program works fantastic with multiple camera sources. And I can fade things back and forth. Like the picture-in-picture capabilities are fantastic. The masking capabilities are very good. I can use multiple chroma color keys in this. It has editing for both pictures and the video, color correction, size. You can skew the video. It's a pretty complete editor. So, but let's.
I like one of the things the reason why I asked is because Premiere does not do like how you got it above there, where it breaks up each frame or each couple of frames in there, and you can literally see what it is above in the timeline. With Premiere, it's just one solid light gray thing, and then it shows up in your editing window, and then you have to kind of scroll where it goes, or you have to literally do it beforehand in another.
Okay, so you're talking the little pictures here in this timeline frame.
Yes.
Okay, and that's a feature that I happen to have turned on because it's a quick reference for me. But it doesn't have to be on. The other thing that I like about this is I don't have to play through. If I know, for example, that I want to go 1 minute into the video, I can just type it into the timeline, and it just instantly moves to right there.
Now, can you also zoom in and it not mess with it too bad?
Sure. You can go into the editing and under Power Tools, and you have crop, zoom, and pan. And this is where I can zoom in to, if you notice up here in the upper right-hand corner, that's what the picture will be. And I can take any part of this, so I could just zoom into Sherry's face, or and I can enter keyframes here and have it zoom in and zoom back out and move around. And I did some of that in that video, the Burrito video. That was actually done with 3 different cameras, and I did some overlays, some picture-in-picture, Did some zooming in and did some resizing and movement throughout that entire video, and it was all.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It was all done with this program.
Yeah.
But
Because
go ahead.
having that capability to do that is almost like you're filming with 3 or 4 cameras.
Oh yeah.
You know, when you have a long process like this that you're doing in a cooking video, you can make your own B-roll with it.
Absolutely.
You just have the camera set up, and then periodically you can zoom in on the tool scraping the corn off, then zoom in on the bowl that Sherry's putting the corn in, and there's your couple different shots.
Is this Power Director?
This is Power Director.
Okay, because they're asking. I thought it was.
Yeah, this is Power Director. So, but to answer that person's question, and obviously I don't have a specific thing here, but we're gonna say that I'm gonna cut this video right here at this point. So I'll just split it. And I'm gonna go to this area right here and cut it again. I'm gonna take this entire section out. So I can remove it and leave a gap, or fill the gap, or fill the gap and move all the clips. I'm just gonna leave the gap for now so you can easily see that it's cut out. And I'll move this over. So to join this all back together, I just filled this in with blank air, so to speak, and I can just remove that. It moves all the clips, puts it tight back together. And now, where this comes together, you'll see it jump here in just a moment. And right there was where it jumped. But let's do something a little bit more on the fun side. Okay, right there's where I shove that out. So let's cut it again right there. And for that little section, I'm going to run that in reverse.
This guy wants to know if you can smooth it out.
Yes, and we'll get to that here in just a moment. So now what I've done is I've taken that one little clip there where I'm taking the corn cob and shoving it out of the tube. This should be pulling it back in. Well, that didn't work. My error here. What did I not do right? Oh, I know what I didn't do. Here we go. Edit videos, power tools, video in reverse. Have to check it. So you can add your own special effects. Depending upon how you have it set up, I have this particular program set up so that I can backtrack everything I've done up to 50 steps. So I can put it all back the way it was, provided I haven't gone over 50 steps. And it's all back together, just like when I started. It's a great program to do that. Now, somebody asked about smoothing things out. So let's take another section out here. So I've taken that out, and I have this little jump now. And I think you saw it just jump from right here to right there. You can see how it jumped. Now, if I want to make that smoother, I can go into and grab a transition of various types. I can fade it, I can have a cross effect. We can move one into another, what they call a soft wipe. There's lots of different transitions. You can see them bouncing across the screen here. But just to, I guess to show it very clearly, let me put this in here. So now when it gets to this transition, it should make it flow better. It won't be as sharp as of a jump. Now I can do that without showing the stripes. I use this stripe splice thing just to demonstrate so you can see it quicker. So you can continue to do that and edit all of that to make your video appear smoother. You can edit the sound, each one individually. You can come in here and you can link and unlink the video and audio. So I could take the audio and just get rid of it completely. Now I just have video up here with no audio track at all. So there's a lot of different things you can do with this. Let me do this once. Cancel.
Can you speed it up?
Yes, you
and
can.
slow it down.
Yes, you can speed it up, and with this program, you can speed it up by time or by a multiplier. Either way, I mean, I can set it to be exactly to the frame a speeded up clip. Recent projects. Okay, and this was the project that I put together for making that video that you saw that we just did the giveaway on. There are 3 different sources of files here. This top one is an iPhone, and what I'm going to do here is, I don't care about the sound, I'm going to shut off the video of the GoPro and shut off the video of the overhead iPhone. So now if this were to be played, let me move it up here. This is all from Sherry's iPhone, that entire clip. And I use that as a base. So that's what I'm going to consider to be the holder for the entire video. I then added, because all your video editors, one video will overlap another. It can be seen or not seen, or transparent, or you can fade it in and out. So let me put the I will now add the GoPro clip. And this is the GoPro clip. So if I take the original video out, you can see it's going dark in certain areas. But there are areas that I put it in. It's going to be very difficult, I think, for you to see, but right here, maybe I can into.
Daryl,
There.
we're going off stream. Oh, it just came back.
YouTube is being. They did that to mine too earlier tonight.
Yeah, that was wild.
Are we back?
Yeah, it's back now. It was within seconds. It was going out and coming back, going out and coming back. I've never seen anything
It literally
like that.
just had your ad just skipping.
Yeah, it was weird. I agree.
And it did that for, I don't know, 2-3 minutes with ours, because we were trying to get on and get off before you guys started, and that's what stalled us, and it made us almost like 30 minutes behind.
So you're okay now.
So anyway, what I did with this was with the GoPro footage, I had that, for the most part, replace the other footage because it was given a different perspective. That was the idea behind it. So by having both of those turned on, you can see I just have it shifting back and forth between the two. Now, I did not spend a lot of time as far as color grading and putting this together. I figured it was close enough, and I just didn't waste the time on it. You can, as Jason could tell you, you can go off in the weeds on this stuff for hours, trying to get just the absolute perfect color.
You could go down a rabbit hole and wake up, start editing on a Monday and wake up and it's Christmas.
Yeah, and people don't care.
Yeah.
For the most, I mean, there might be a Peter McKisson or some.
I try to get most of that right with the camera before I even film. You know.
Well, and that's fine. But the problem is when you start mixing cameras.
Mm-hmm.
See, this utilizes an iPhone and a GoPro.
To be honest with you, I don't mess with color correction on mine. So when I'm doing a 3 or 4 camera shoot where I've got both my Canons, the GoPro, and a cell phone, you know when I switch cameras because you can see it. Because with my personality, if I jump on that rabbit hole, man, I'll be there for days. I'll never get that video out because my whole perfectionist kicks in. And I got to learn to let that kind of stuff go. Been there, VW. Been there. Just this weekend.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah.
Daryl Goldshaw Farm. Can you do presets for color correction?
Yes.
I often will do a bulk color correction with some standard presets I use, and then I'll fine tune.
Yes, you can do that. So with the third camera, this is the one that I utilize for the picture-in-picture. And as you can see here, because I've shut off the other camera tracks, I have a picture-in-picture on this side. I have it increasing to full size. I feathered the edge. To me, it just makes it a little bit softer for a picture-in-picture. So I left the feathered edge in for the whole time, but I could have taken that out as well. Then I have it moving over to the other side and back and forth, and so you can see how that all fits together. When I turn all the tracks back on, that's where you get the entire video as you saw it for the breakfast burrito. Now, the thing that I really like about this particular program is it has the ability you can import the raw files from different sources, different cameras. They don't even have to be of the same format. It can be a movie file and an MP4 and a WMV. From virtually any format, you can import these, set them up side by side, and you can sync them by sound. It automatically will sync those pieces of digital imagery together
Wow, yours does it automatically?
automatically.
Well, that's nice.
That's a whole lot better than trying to continually shift. Because if you're just, you might get by with a frame off, with one frame off, and people would overlook it. But you can.
Well, what we've gotten in the habit of doing when we're doing multiple camera shoots is we make everybody be quiet, and then Blaze or myself, we will clap our hands real loud.
Mm-hmm.
And then that way you can literally see it in your audio track. You'll see that peak where it happens, and we can line them up that way.
Mm-hmm.
And that pretty much gets us dead on. I used to have a scene clapper. I forget what the technical name is. Because I think it was like $10 or $15 on Amazon. We got it, and that's what we used to do. But it kind of didn't last of cows stepping on it and stuff like that when we'd put it down in the grass.
Okay, and just to kind of show this a little.
Where did you send it, VW? Email?
All right. The GoPro, for example, actually created 4 separate clips in doing that movie. So I first put those all together, and I just aligned them up back to back and created a single MP4 file to import. The one iPhone that I had over top of the kitchen island is this one, and it recorded it in the wrong format, so I had to go in and correct that. And then
What are you showing? Because all it has is this white thing here. Oh.
should be up there. Okay, so I have these 3 different files from 3 different cameras. So I'm going to bring them all into different timelines. I'm not going to care where they're lined up. I'm going to highlight them all, and I'm just going to say sync by audio.
That's crazy. I am so jealous. You know what? Let me make sure I'm not talking out my backside. Make sure Premiere doesn't do that.
I don't know if Premiere does it or not.
Oh, I'm pulling it up right now. We're about to find out. Because if it does, I'm gonna punch myself right in the face on your live stream. You know how frustrating it is trying to get that thing to sync. Let's see. Let's go. There's. I goofed. Thank you.
So these are all 30-plus minute clips that this is assembling them all according to sound. It's doing it all automatically. It's going to line them all up. And all I have to do is trim off the beginnings and the ends and do it in a straight line. So this is where they are.
It won't let me open it up right now.
So to make them absolutely all the same, I just have to draw my line the same. I cut them all.
program are you using again, Daryl?
This is Power Director. And then to get them right to the very beginning. So that just lines them all up. So at this point, the sound is perfect for all of those. I can leave the sound on all of them if I wanted to, or I typically just utilize one sound track when I'm putting it together, but this gets the sound matching to the mouth so that the lips are not out of sync with the vocal. Now, if you notice, this was before I had gone in and altered the overhead shot. You can see the kitchen island here on both sides. I went in and I trimmed that down and made that fill the entire screen. So that's just some of the different editing things you can do when you're putting the video together. But cybernetics,
Wow.
let me bring this over. This is the Cybernetics website, and there are tons of templates out here that are absolutely free that come with the program that you can utilize for picture-in-picture objects, particles, titles, to make video collages. I guess I said it wrong. There's Express projects for doing slideshow creation. But Power Director is the piece that I like to use.
You use Power Director the whole tutorial tonight, right?
Yes.
And is it available on the App Store?
Is it available on the App Store? Well, the App Store is for phones and so forth. I do not. I don't know how people edit on their phones. It's not a big enough footprint for me. I have heard absolutely wonderful things about Filmora Go. Filmora Go, it is free. It works on your phone. It works on iPhones. It works on Android phones. That is available in the App Store. And we know some people that use it. Haywire Homestead uses Filmora Go. I'm sure there's some of you out here right now that use Filmora Go. So it is a great.
And this is by Cyberlink, correct?
Cybernetics, yeah.
Cybernetics or Cyberlink?
Cyberlink, yes, Cyberlink.
Well, if you can do it in Adobe Audition, or I'm sorry, Premiere Pro, I don't know where it would be at because I just looked everywhere. And Ben, you make me sick. That is a beautiful buck.
So I guess I kind of put it out to everybody in here now. Is there Fairy Tale Creation uses Filmora Go. As far as for doing it on your phone, I don't know if there's anything better for on your phone than Filmora Go.
A lot of people use iMovie.
Well,
an Apple.
iMovie is strictly a Mac product.
Right.
Power Director is used on. I have to be careful what I say here. Has to be real careful what I say. It is used on real computers, business class computers. It's used on PCs. It's not used on the Apple products. All right, Adobe Rush is mobile, and I'm not familiar with that.
But I just added that 15% tariff tax, so everything in Apple's going to go way up.
The problem with iMovie that people have expressed to me is it's a good basic editor, but when it comes to doing some little extra fancy things, it's lacking. It just doesn't have it. I'm going to say the next step up is probably a Filmora or similar program. The next step up from that is a program like Power Director here. DaVinci Resolve is another fantastic program. And then, of course, you have your the one that Jason has, which is a little bit more expensive.
Unless you use the homeschool option or student option, student teacher option.
Well, what they need to have, Jason, they need to have a grandparent option.
I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
I think we pay for the complete Creative Cloud. I think we only pay like $20 or $30 a month. Man, wait a minute. I can tell you right now.
Filmora Go is free.
I pay $20 a month.
Yeah, no
And that gives
AARP
me
discount.
Premiere Pro, Audition, Photoshop, the animation stuff that Ladessa's starting to play with, a whole bunch of stuff. So if you homeschool, that's something you might want to think in.
Jason, what is their requirement to check the homeschooling?
For us, we just had to show the letter of intent.
Okay, is that something then that needs to be renewed every year?
Well, it really depends on your state. Most states do make you renew the letter of intent every year. And let me tell you everything that I got with it. My $20 a month. I get Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, XD, Lightroom, Premiere Pro, Premiere Rush, After Effects, Bridge, Adobe Fonts, Adobe Stock, Behance, Portfolio, Spark, Adobe Color, Acrobat, Lightroom Classics, Dimensions, Dreamweaver, Animate and Mobile Device Packaging, Character Animated, Audition, Media Encoder, Adobe Live, Lightroom Web, InCopy, Prelude, Fuse, and Camera Raw. The ones I use the most are Audition, Premiere Pro, the Acrobat, because that's where you can put stuff into a PDF. Photoshop, After Effects, and Premiere Pro. I'm going to start trying to play with the Premiere Rush and the Lightroom. But we're really kind of starting to get into the anime stuff because both girls love to draw. And Ladessa's she literally has an animation class in her homeschool program, and she absolutely loves it.
Cool.
And so I figure if I can get her doing it in Adobe now, she can have it mastered probably by the time she graduates, and that's her foot in the door.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
You know.
Yeah, and that's a cross-platform piece of software that'll work equally well on Apple products and regular PCs. The Power Director is a PC only piece of software.
Now I hear that Adobe will work with Apple, but it's not as good as Final Cut. I heard Final Cut works better with Apple's than Adobe. I don't know. I don't have Apple. I got PC, so.
Well, the Adobe products were originally started on Mac computers, so they actually ported those to PCs years ago.
Yeah. I know when I was interning at Brighton Entertainment, I hated Final Cut because it seemed like anytime I brought in something new, I had to render it. I don't know if it was just because they had an older version or what. It was just very frustrating. And, because they had some computers that had Final Cut and some that had Adobe. And I would throw my weight around to get to the ones with Adobe for the editing, not to use the Final Cut Pro.
Now, and this, I believe this will apply to everybody out there. Let me see here. Let's see. Okay, DaVinci Resolve. If you folks really want probably the highest rated piece of editing software out there, DaVinci Resolve will work on both a Macintosh and a PC. There's different versions that you have to download. For a PC, you can have probably 85 or 90% of the available user capability for free. Doesn't cost you anything. It's an absolute outstanding program to have for free. Here's the problem with it. It is a massive piece of software. It is a resource hog. If you don't have a heavy-duty computer system, it will drag you down. But as far as what it can do, it's absolutely second to none. It was designed for studio quality work. So DaVinci Resolve is another one that you folks may find very interesting. Just be aware, the learning curve on it is high.
And I think that's probably overkill for YouTube, unless you're going to get into making documentaries or full-on movies. I don't know many production companies that use that one. Most of the production companies that I know that are making documentaries and movies use either Premiere Pro or Final Cut. Like the Kendricks brothers, Sherwood, they use a mixture of Final Cut and Premiere.
Well, and obviously, it all depends on where you want to go with that, but it's owned and designed through or distributed through Blackmagic. Jason, if you've ever looked at their cameras, I mean, they got $40,000 cameras. It's crazy.
Yeah. The most expensive camera I've ever messed with, touched, played with was the Red. And the lenses on that thing was $15,000-$20,000, and I was kind of like, that's. Okay. I hated touching that thing. I was always afraid of dropping a lens.
That's a Blackmagic design, Red.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's a car. That's a car payment.
I see Loving Ivy Farm is using OpenShot. It's free. Bogs is their computer, but it's easy to use. VideoPad, Sherwood Productions. There are a ton of programs out there. The whole thing is, they all do some things.
Mm-hmm.
The primary difference between the paid version and the free version is with paid version you can get support, whereas the free version is put out by somebody, and hey, if it's not working on your machine, well, it didn't cost you anything, so tough luck.
Yeah. Here's my 2 cents with it. If you are going to turn YouTube into your full-time job, and you're going to be putting out videos every day, you need an editing software that it has a very shallow learning curve, that you're going to be able to be comfortable with it and experiment things with it, and it's always going to be there for you. It's going to be reliable. You're buffering.
And I see that, but what I'm looking at here is everything's going out of here just fine, which I'm finding real odd.
Yeah. YouTube's acting weird tonight, boss.
Yeah, because everything's leaving here just fine.
Yeah.
Sky has a message for you.
I'm looking for it.
I refreshed and it looks like you came back, so.
Okay, how do you get your editor program up on other computers? Depending upon what editing program you have, you should have received a license for that via email or something. So it's a simple matter of reinstalling. I know that can be done with PowerDirector. That can be done with Filmora. With any program that I'm aware of, you can actually have it on more than one machine. You just can't use it on more than one machine at a time. So.
I think YouTube is telling us it's time.
Yep, YouTube is telling us it's time. So. Gosh, I hate
time for what?
Time to go.
Why? We just scratched the surface.
Yeah, but
editing is what you make and what you put into it. If you have, I used to spend hours editing a video and trying to get everything picture perfect. Now, through my experience, I'm able to do things faster, but I'm not. I do my best to try not to be such a perfectionist. Because it's YouTube. You're not making a documentary film. And YouTube is a lot more forgiving than folks are when it comes to a featured film or a documentary. And so don't be afraid. Throw the stuff in there. Play around with different transitions. Play around with doing like how Daryl showed tonight, being able to do a picture-in-picture or zoom in and zoom out. And just pay attention. If folks don't like it, they're going to tell you that in the comments. I went through a kick where I was putting music in the background of my videos. People let me know real quick. And to this day, folks let me know. Leave the music out. Even though I ain't put music in my background unless I'm doing a driving thing or we're just doing whether cutting wood or cooking or something that there's no audio there, we'll put some music in, but to having it as a solid background, my viewers didn't like it, and they'll let you know. And so don't be afraid to experiment, to try. And don't let these programs intimidate you. Don't let them intimidate you. Get in there and give it a go. What's the worst thing if you do multiple cameras and you get it a couple off? You look like you look like just one of them old kung fu movies from back in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
Look, there's been times my audio's gone out and I had to do a voiceover, and I've called it out on there. Well, the plug came out on my microphone, so now I got to do this voiceover. So I'm just standing right there. I'm bumping my gums because I think the camera's working. You know, and I have fun with it, and people love it. I think sometimes when you're first starting in YouTube and you're first starting to put videos out, especially now, it's not like when I first started. When I first started, I didn't even know what editing software was. I would just upload the raw footage. And so I think nowadays people are thinking that they really need to be Spielberg to be successful on YouTube, and that's just not true. Go out there, have fun, let people see what you're passionate about, and you'll get better with your editing as you gain experience. But you have to start. It's like gardening. You know, the only way to become a good gardener is to put some seed in some dirt. And that seems like that is the hardest thing, is that first step. You know, they say the hardest step on a long journey is that first step. Put that video that you shot into that editing software. Play around with it, get it to where you think that it's kind of cool, and put it out there. And you never know, it may go viral. It may get one view, and in your comment may be, "You suck." You know, but don't let it discourage you. Let it be like water on a duck's back. Let it just roll off and find your groove.
Yep.
And you know, and honesty, that's exactly what people want to see. That is right. Farming our backyard said that. And you know, like Single Dad doesn't really edit. He said if he makes a mistake, he leaves it in there. You know, and he says that his people like that. I cut mine out, and I put it, if I mess up a lot, I'll put it at the end as a blooper reel.
Well, yeah,
My subscribers really like that.
It obviously just depends on what you're doing.
Yeah. It all depends on what your audience is looking for. And you won't know that until you start putting it out.
Well, Jason, I think we're going to have to kind of close this down here tonight.
Okay.
And, or at least wise, we'll you can stick around here a little bit. I'll chat with you, but we're going to shut the stream down.
Okay.
So everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for stopping by. Any famous last words? We'll see you Thursday. We'll see you Thursday.
Don't forget to get your dog spayed and neutered.
Jeez.
Night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Oh, you're not right.